Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. All right. Back with another, hopefully edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, it's your brother Yerami Kazak. All right, back with hopefully another one. Hopefully this be edifying to the flock, to the sheep. All right, and today we're going to talk about oils and also periods, right? Because these are two things that are, as we come into this thing, we have to start eating different. And for you women, this can be beneficial to you with your menstrual cycles, okay? So, let's first and foremost, let's go into oils. Now I'm gonna read, got my laptop open, and I'm gonna read a little bit about oils. And understanding this, that every oil is not meant to cook with, right? First. So you got cooking oils, and you got some oils that are actually beneficial to your health, right? Or that you should just ingest without putting them over a pan. Now, this right here, you just type in oils, good oils and bad oils, it'll bring up. Good cooking oils are those rich in healthy fats, including monosaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. And I'm going to bring this over here. All right, so you can see this. We'll do it like this. Bring it down. All right. Shalawam, Shalawam. Share the love. If y'all, Baba Kashore, get this out. I know they be messing with my algorithm. Finally got this page back. I'll share the live real quick. But it all come with the territory, man. Getting our lives took away and et cetera, et cetera. It is what it is. All right, so keeping it going. As you can see, good oils, good cooking oils are those rich in healthy fats, including monosaturated fats and polysaturated fats, while oils high in saturated and trans fat are generally considered less healthy. Healthy oils like olive oil. Now, olive oil is an oil that you do not supposed to cook in. This is why, even though that this says this, right, you still have to be diligent going into this matter, okay? Healthy oils like olive oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, and good choices. Oils to avoid or limit include soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, vegetable oils, right? These type of things you want to avoid. Now, in this, avocado oil is the best one to cook in, right? Avocado oil, grapeseed oil, and palm oil. Let's look that up. It's a simple lookup. Best cooking oils, right? Avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil. Once again, what have we found out by looking into extra virgin olive oil? When you cook in olive oil, it actually makes it harmful to your body. So you should not cook in olive oil, right? Coconut oil and refined olive oil, sesame oil, walnut oil. Okay, so let's look up. So I would suggest avocado oil now. And we're going to get some scriptures later on. I just want to hit this real quick. This is one that they do not tell you about. Palm oil. Palm oil can be suitable cooking oil, particularly for frying, and some find it to be a good replacement for other vegetable oils in baking. All right. However, it's important to consider that palm oil is high in saturated fat and excessive consumption may have negative health effects. Additionally, there are concerns about the sustainability of palm oil production, which can contribute to deforestation and habit loss, because they're cutting down a lot of trees to actually make palm oil. But it's actually a good oil to use to cook in. All right, more so nutritious for you, more than vegetable oil, canola oil, all of this other, stuff that they're pushing on you in the grocery store. So I would suggest avocado oil, palm oil, grapeseed oil. Let's type in grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is a good option for cooking, especially at higher temperatures, due to its high smoke point and natural flavor. It can be used in various applications, including stir fries, etc., etc. Sauteing, roasting vegetables. While it's healthy, it's a healthy oil and benefits like being a good source of vitamin E and omega-6 fatty acids. It's not the best choice of frying to its high content of polysaturated fats, which are less stable at high temperatures. So as you can see, Esau tries to throw you through a twirl, because you go back over here, it says you need to get oils with polysaturated fats, right? This is why you have to do further research. Now, through research, I found grapeseed oil, avocado oil, palm oil, coconut oil is good for cooking, right? Now, because what these other oils do is they go forth and basically attack your cells in a detrimental way, man. Like vegetable oil, corn oil, all right, this type of stuff. Corn, if you really start going into corn, you'll see that corn is used in damn near everything. Like high fructose corn syrup is in the sugars, is in the sodas, right? Damn near everything. Esau loves to put corn or soy in almost everything that they make, right? Bad effects of vegetable oil. Let's look that up. Right here. Bad effects of vegetable oil. Some vegetable oils, particularly those in high in omega-6 fatty acids, can have negative health effects. Excessive consumption may contribute to inflammation and potentially increase the risk of chronic diseases. Additionally, the processing of some vegetable oils, like hydrogenation, can create trans fats, which are linked to various health problems. All right. So, and really, this, at the end of the day, is you have to do things in moderation, because you shouldn't be frying and cooking every single day like that. If you eat fried foods every day, bro, you're gonna have some health problems. Your body's not gonna be up to par. So you have to take a break in everything, man. So let's go to the scriptures, because there's different ways to be gluttonous with stuff. No, don't use olive oil. I'm glad you in here, because we just spoke on that. You don't want to use olive oil. All right? When you begin to cook in the olive oil, it begins to be detrimental to your health. Okay? So what you want to use is avocado oil or grapeseed oil or palm oil, not olive oil. All right? Olive oil is good for salads. It's good for you, like, to rub on, you anoint yourself with that. rub on wounds. It's good for the skin. It's good to just, like I take a shot with cayenne pepper, olive oil, and vinegar, right? That's just good. It's good to get the blood flowing in that sense. But you do not want to cook in it, because once you begin to cook in the olive oil, it becomes detrimental to your body. Okay, so hey, you take that information to your rib, and you start getting avocado oil. Yeah, I didn't know that either, because I was using it. When I started coming in my growth, I started using it, right? And we started cooking in it, but then we learned, right, that hey, this actually isn't good for us to cook with. We should be using avocado oil or grapeseed oil or palm oil or coconut oil. Or you can use, butter, ghee butter, different type of butter. Okay, so let's go to Sirach. The 38th chapter, 39. All right, and this is Sirach 39 and 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life, this is all you need in your life, are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. So, oil, once again, it can be used to help the blood. All right, I'm going to move this back over here. I'm done with the laptop. I just use the phone. So oil can be used to help your blood. Let's look up the benefits of olive oil towards the blood. Olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, can positively impact blood health through various mechanisms. Its high content of monounsaturated fats, antioxidants, and polyphenols contributes to improved cardiovascular health, reduced inflammation, and potentially lowers blood pressure. Now, when you cook with it actually contributes to inflammation. It adds inflammation. It does the same thing that vegetable oils, canola oil, corn oil, soybean, this type of stuff does to your body. So this is why you should not cook with it. And that's why I'm doing this lesson, because I know it's not a known thing that brothers do not know, because I did not know, last year. I didn't know this. I was using olive oil to cook with, right? So it's not a known thing. So you should not be cooking with olive oil, right? We could get a little bit more. Pretty much, this basically says the same thing. All right. Get that blood clots right here. Some research suggests that olive oil may help reduce the risk of blood clots, although more research is needed in this area. It's true. Okay? So what did that 19 do to our people? It caused blood clots in their blood. Right? The same thing that sugars, starches, milk, like cow's milk, and meat, too much meat does to your body. It causes clots. It causes your arteries to be clogged up. All right? So let's go back over here. These things are beneficial to you. Okay? Like goat milk, oat milk, coconut milk. For you men, coconut milk, coconut water is very beneficial to you women as well. All right? But hey, coconut milk, if you can, get the taste, it's not that bad, right? Then you should be on it. Or the oat milk, right? These are better substitutes than a damn cow. All right? So these different milks are better than cow's milk. Okay? The blood of the grape. What is the blood of the grape? Wine, red wine, white wine. These things are beneficial to you. Wine for the stomach, as the scriptures say. All right. Oil. As we said, olive oil is good to just ingest. Put it in a shot with some cayenne pepper, some vinegar, or, whatever you want to put it in. Some water, some cayenne pepper. You know what I'm saying? Take it, ingest it in that way. Do not fry it and do not cook it. Because therefore, when you do that, it becomes detrimental to your health. All right? Clothing, of course. Like, we wear clothes. That also knows, it's actually against the law for you to be naked. So for you people that believe that Adam and Eve were naked in the garden, you don't have the proper breakdown. Okay? They were vulnerable. They knew that they had sinned. They were shamed. All right? So keeping it going. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. Right? How does Esau turn oil into evil? He gives you vegetable oil, canola oil, all right, corn oil. He tells you to cook with these things, which that's not their purposes. All right? He produces, he wants you to use these things so you can be affected by the trans fat, right? All the detrimental effects that these things have to your body. And he pushes these things and he makes them cheap. Pork is very cheap. Shrimp is cheap. These things are cheap when you go into the store. You can get the vegetable oil, canola oil, man, $2 a bottle. But the avocado oil and the olive oil is what? $14 a bottle. I know, okay? Because it's far better for you, right? It's going to do what better for you, all right? So, hey, when you come into this truth, you're going to have to live better. You're going to have to, because you actually know now that you got to take care of your temple. Let's get that. You can't just live reckless like I'm young, it don't matter. No, it does matter because it's going to catch up to you eventually, Jake. All right? Know ye not that you are the temple of power. This is 1 Corinthians 3:16. And that the spirit of power, Yahawah, dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of power, him shall power destroy. For the temple of power is holy, which temple ye are. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. This goes with you being reforming your mind, leaving all the wisdom of the world, and coming back into this truth. All right? Seeming to be a fool. You got to get embarrassed a couple times. You got to get rebuked a couple times, corrected a couple times on your walk. All right? It should come a point where you wise up and be like, all right, I'm going to move better. I'm going to move smoother. And even in that form, if it's not physically or verbally somebody rebuking you, guess what? The Most High is going to rebuke you through the foods that you eat. You say you in this truth, but you eating hot Cheetos, right? You eating cheese puffs, right? From these Cheeto brands, when it's pork in that, Doritos, which is pork, you eating these type of things. You're not being diligent and reading labels. You got to be diligent, man. Right? Man, I got this, I'm gonna pull an example, right? I got this mushroom elixir I love to drink. Okay? Alive, right? It's ancient mushroom elixir, whatever. So, first of all, the first thing I do is I go check it. How much sugar it got in it. You only supposed to have 28 grams of sugar in a day. This only has 5 grams of sugar. So I check that and I make sure that's straight, right? Because I'm not about to overload myself with sugar. Because then you're going to be tired. You're going to get the itis. Your arteries is clogging up, right? So you got to start reading these sugars. If I had, which I don't in my household, but if I had a Coke bottle, if brothers drink Coke, you can go look on the back of that Coke can. And I guarantee you, it has over 40 grams of sugar in that Coke can. Sometimes 60-something grams of sugar. Now, that's 3 days worth of sugar in one Coke bottle. One Coke can. Right? So you have to check these things. All right? You look in here, the ingredients, if I could, let me see. Right here. Just mushroom. A couple mushrooms. Turkey tail, black tea, lemon juice, cold pressed lime juice, raw apple cider vinegar, dark amber maple, right? And stevia leaf. All this stuff right here is going to produce what? It's going to produce acid in your stomach to help you break down foods. That's why the kombuchas, the mushroom elixirs, these things help you break down foods, right? So even that, or the brother Matazaba was going to it yesterday at his camp. Bitter herbs. Eat those to help break down the foods. You know? We gotta eat with a purpose. We don't just eat because we hungry. We don't just eat because something tastes good. You have to, and yeah, we do eat, we do snack, and we have times where we snack, but we have to, it's about getting control of this flesh. You know what I'm saying? It's about eating with a purpose and taking your time and knowing, hey, I'm about to cook this with some avocado oil. I'm about to use paprika, right? Some garlic salt, some black pepper with the turmeric so it can fight inflammation. You know, let's say you cooking some salmon. All right, black pepper, turmeric, Celtic salt, right? You going to start seasoning with a purpose. And it's still going to hit. It's still going to hit. But now you know what you're doing in that kitchen. Now you know to cook properly. Now you know to use this and use that. And guess what? The salmon already, that's a meat that fights inflammation. So you adding that with black pepper and turmeric, when those come together, they fight inflammation. So it's a more of a healthy meal, and you're baking it. You're not frying it. You're baking it. Come on, man. So you eat with a purpose. You move with a purpose. That's a part of studying to show thyself approved. Now let's go back. Let's go to Sirach 37. And we're going to start at 20. I don't want to start up there. I want to start 26. All right. A wise man shall inherit glory among his people, and his name shall be perpetual, continual. Right? And how is that? Because, hey, if you teach your kids, they're going to carry on and they're going to keep going and they're going to teach their kids. Right? If you raise up your household properly, correctly, then really your fruit, that's your fruit. It's going to show. It's going to shine that you produce good fruit. You was a good root. You was a good tree. Right? The 144,000, every brother, right? Because 144,000 is men. We are good trees. Lord willing, we be of that number. We will be good trees. This is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi starting over the nation. And he's starting it with only good trees, no wicked roots. Every wicked root shall be plucked out. As the scriptures talk about, if you're a branch and you're not producing fruit, you're not moving in the correct vibration, you will be rooted out. I'm like, tomorrow, I'm going to go in my garden, man, and I'm about to pull weeds up. All right, because some weeds is growing too much, et cetera, et cetera. I'm about to pull weeds up, and I'm going to plant. I'm about to plant some squash, some cucumbers, you know, stuff that I'm supposed to plant at this point in time. So I'm about to make room by pulling weeds up, and I'm going to plant some more seeds. I have to make space, right? The 2/3 being deleted is space being made for us, for our families, for us to grow up prosperous. So when we got kids, we don't got to worry about no damn 2/3 children, child messing with our kids. All right? We going to have the 2/3. They going to come back and they going to be righteous. They going to be in their right mind. Right now, I don't want my daughter, I don't want my sons to grow up and have to deal with one of these 2/3 chicks. You know what I'm saying? Or my daughter go to a 2/3. Hell no, man. She's going to go to an elect brother. All right? Yahawah. So this is why Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is destroying these people, man, because they ain't right. He wants a nation that's 100% about him, for him. So a wise man shall inherit glory. We have an inheritance waiting on us as well. Among his people, and his name shall be perpetual. My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. So when you learn about, going back to the main point of oils, when you learn what oils is good for you, what oils is bad for you, that's what you're doing. You're proving thy soul in thy life. You're seeing what's evil for your life and what's good for you. And give not unto that. So we no longer doing vegetable oils. Guess what? That means you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King. What do you think they're cooking in? You go to Popeye's Chicken. What are they cooking in? Right? You go to Doubles, you go to Chick-fil-A. Y'all think Chick-fil-A so damn healthy. Okay? Chick-fil-A is the worst. It's one of the worst establishments. All right? So you go to these establishments, and what type of oil are they cooking in? That's what you need to check. Well, I can't check. You actually can. Okay? It's an app. You have to pay for it, though. But I don't, it's an app called, what is it? Seed Scout. Right? You could download this, but it charges a subscription, so I don't got it. But I know certain brothers that have it that use it. And it tells you it basically tells you the oil that the restaurant is using. So, and really once you go in there, or if you just look it up, you could probably look it up. Most of these restaurants use vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil. They don't use good oils. They're not using proper healthy oils. They don't care. What are these restaurants trying to do? They trying to make a buck, man. So they buying the cheapest oil and they're using that to make the product. And then therefore you're eating that. They don't care about your health. You're coming there to get their food. They didn't promise to be healthy. Right? So who you gonna blame? You gonna blame McDonald's because you fat? Like, look at you, dog. You gonna blame McDonald's because you got CANCER. But you've been eating at McDonald's all these years, right? You can't get mad at nobody but your damn self, man. Let's get a scripture. You can't get mad at nobody for your, and that's the same thing go to you people that be under false prophets. All right? You can't get mad at nobody else but your damn self. This is Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. It says your own, not your cousins, not your brothers, not your mothers, not your fathers. No, you can't work out their salvation. You have to work out your salvation. Now you help because you preach and you teach, you do lessons. You try to bring this knowledge out to them. If they want to watch, they can watch. If they don't want to watch, you done sent them the video a couple times. You done sent them this. You done talk with them. They ain't getting it. Okay, leave them. All right, just keep it high and by with them. They invite you over. Okay, cool. I'm gonna come over. But we can't talk religion. We can't talk these type of things because we've already done this, and you've already denied and rejected the truth. So why am I going to continue to push it towards you? Right? At the end of the day. Now you keep it cordial with your family because that's your family, man. All right? And hey, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi could bring them into this truth later on at a later date. It might have not been meant for them to get it that point in time. Right? So let's go back over to Sirach 37:28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Because we are set up different, right? We have different DNA, different genetics. I can drink, I could drink maybe a cup of wine, 2 cups, and I be good. Another brother could drink 1 cup and be done. All right. Or I could eat what I eat and my metabolism is fast, you know, but somebody else, he could eat this and he blow up, right? He have to work out more than me. He have to run. He have to, you know, do this and do that. So it's different levels. It's different situations. We all have unique crosses to carry, right? Keep that in mind also. So once again, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. Let's get that word, unsatiable, right? And go to web search. Unsatiable means not able to be satisfied, greedy, or unappeasable. It's essentially the same as insatiable and is a somewhat obsolete form of the word. Okay, unsatiable, insatiable, basically unable to be satisfied. That also trickles into being a whoremonger, right? You love women. Trust me, bro, we all love women. But just because we love women don't mean we about to try to hit them all. You trying to break a record, right? Hey, Solomon already broke that record. Huh? You can't do that, okay? Trust me, all right? So don't be insatiable in these type of things. You love food. You trying to eat everything on the planet, all right? So you have to hold and control your spirit, all right? You can't just be out here willy-nilly, not having a rule over your spirit. You got to have a rule over your spirit. That goes back to everything. That goes back to oils. That goes back to, well, you know, I love the fried chicken and the vegetable oil. I'm going to just do it this time. No, you know it's detrimental to your body though, right? Just do it in the avocado oil. It don't taste bad. It still tastes good, right? So it be those little things, those little stumbling blocks that you have to jump over, that you have to rule over your spirit. You have to fight off. I want to do this. I want to do that. Nah, I know that's wrong. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So it really, man, come down to the point where you got to rebuke yourself. You have to rebuke yourself. If you're not comfortable rebuking yourself, then you're not where you need to be. Check yourself. Examine thyself. All right? Keeping it going. So be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon the meats. For excessive meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. So take heed to the stuff that's being brought out. Take heed to the understanding. All right? So I feel like we hit the oils enough. I'm going to move over to more so for the women. Like, brothers could help this, you know, tell your women this. It's menstrual cycles, the P's, right? So let me see if I could find, because I have found something. I must have sent it on another page. All right, I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay, this right here. These are foods good to alleviate period cramps. Focus on foods rich in magnesium, like dark chocolate, that's cacao chocolate, leafy greens, and nuts. Now, this is a twofold because it goes with brothers too. Okay? Inflammation. You want to eat these type of things for inflammation and mood. Because the women, y'all get moody on these situations that you got to go through, right? All right, so cacao chocolate, dark chocolate, cacao, right? It got polyphenols in it that helps your mood, helps you to be happy. All right, so on that time of the month, you should you should exercise, you should be getting sunlight every single day. But you should be up in it. You should be out more in the sun because the sun also helps your mood. All right. Leafy greens like kale, parsley, collard greens, mustard greens, the correct way. Spinach, cilantro, leafy greens, and nuts. Pistachios, walnuts, pecans, all these type of stuff, man. Okay? Consider incorporating foods high in omega-3 fatty acids. Salmon, red snapper, right? Such as fish, boom, just name 2. Chia seeds and walnuts, as they can help reduce inflammation. So like I said, this stuff right here for the men as well. It helps reduce inflammation. So that time of the month for the women, it's a time where inflammation heightens in the body. Cramps, that's really coming from inflammation. Okay? Bananas and yogurt and I don't really suggest yogurt too much because yogurt, they be putting pork in the yogurt and it's really bad for you. A lot of yogurt, unless you can find some organic. But these main brands, like Go, whatever it be, I don't really mess with yogurt just because of that. Because Esau be on some bullshit. But if you can find some good yogurt, then yeah. Bananas and yogurt are also beneficial due to their magnesium and probiotic content. Another thing, probiotics. What? Mushroom elixir. Kombucha. Kimchi. Even though, it's kind of, it come with a smell, but that's very good for you. It's a probiotic. Kamala olives, green olives, right? What else, man? Pickles. Stuff that's fermented is probiotics. Now, what is probiotics? That's basically living bacteria. That's good bacteria. What are you talking? Good bacteria? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's good bacteria. What does good bacteria do? It goes into your gut and it helps to clean your gut. All right? Esau is trying to give you nothing but bad bacteria, man. All right? But for you women, once again, for your cycles, you have to start this stuff at least like that first day, or if you track your stuff, then maybe a day before and go into that cycle eating this stuff. You want to cut off meats, you want to cut off dairy, you want to cut off starch, and you want to cut off sugars when you're going into your cycle, because that's going to create inflammation even more, and those cramps are going to be worse. Okay? Let's get I'm going to get something on good bacteria, and then we're going to begin to wrap it up. Good bacteria is known as what? Also known as probiotics, or beneficial microorganisms, or live microorganisms that, when consumed in adequate amounts, provide health benefits for the host. All right? These beneficial bacteria play a crucial role in digestion, nutrient absorption, and boosting the immune system. Do you notice, brothers and sisters, right? You won't absorb stuff. We are not absorbing stuff 100% how we supposed to. All right, just because of the diet that Esau gives us in this wicked ass place. Okay? And so that with that being said, you want to put a little bit of salt in your water, or if you eat something, you want to have a little bit of salt on it. I'm talking about Celtic salt or Mediterranean salt, right? Good salts. So you want to eat something with salt or put some salt, a salt crystal in your water. Therefore, when you go and drink the water, you're going to absorb the water better. So salt, just put salt and water together. Salt helps you absorb the water. Salt helps you absorb the water. And water helps to clean your organs, right? So salt helps you absorb the water. Now, another thing is your kidneys, your liver. They're there to help you, all right? So the kidneys filtrate. The brother Abaniah was going into it in the earlier live that we did, right? So if your kidneys ain't tip-top shape, then your filtration you're not filtering out everything. Therefore, it's a lot of waste in your body. That's why I've been pushing that black seed oil to go in and purge you out, to clean you out, right? Black seed oil and black cumin oil. Let's look that up. And this has been mostly a health live, but hey, this is very important because the more we clean our bodies, the more we, it's actually provide more room to be more in touch with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? Esau doesn't want you in touch with your higher power. He doesn't want you in touch in that way. The more you really holistic, right? Holy is in the word. The more you become Kadash, holy, and set apart from the way that this world is, the way that this nation is, the closer you become to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That means that you're fasting and you're praying. You're eating more healthy. You're not eating no damn 3 times a day. No, you're eating like once or twice. Okay? I promise you, once you get into a routine, it's easy, bro. What I ate today? I drunk. This morning, my wife made some bread. Like, she made some bread, right? And it was fire, right? So that's all I ate today. Bread, and I had a little bit of water. And I'm about to drink this when I get off live, right? And that's it. And I might eat tonight later on, around 6 or 7. But I take it easy. You don't want to have your digestive system in constant rotation and constant work. All right? So this is let's look this up. This is what are the health benefits of black seed oil? Okay? And acne, psoriasis, wound healing, hair health, asthma and lungs, vitiligo, inflammation, weight loss, blood sugar levels for you people that are diabetic, to help your blood sugar levels. And really, diabetes, it leads to psoriasis. It leads to a lot of these other things. Metabolic syndrome, dosage. Okay, so let's keep it going. Black seed oil may have anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties that could help with conditions like all of this that we just mentioned. But more research is needed to come. Esau always say that shit, man. Okay? And now it's already, look, I know. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you right now. Now, I'm not a doctor. All right? So this is not, don't take this and leave, whatever. But, we preach against pharmakia. We preach against Tylenol, Advil, all that BS that's destroying your liver and destroying your kidney. And we go to the herbs. Matter of fact, let's go get precept. Okay? And let's start at the top. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which you may have of him, for Yahawah hath created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. Like delivering your baby, okay, things of that nature. Now, it's the best thing is not to ever go to those DEATH camps, which is called the hospital. Now, how do you not go to a hospital? You prevent. You eat right. You fast. You pray. You trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. My whole life, I've only been to a hospital maybe like 3 or 4 times, man. When I got my tonsils took out, when I came into this world, and one time I had got really sick in the Philippines because I had ate something bad. I had got really sick, like food poisoning or something. And then I think like the 4th time was like, some bullshit. It just got hurt, right? Oh, I broke my big toe too. So that's 5 times. But I don't never go there. I'm not going to get no physical. Like they hit me up, the VA hit me up once a year and be like, you need to come in for your annual physical. I come in, they be like, oh, everything's good, blood pressure's good, blah, blah, blah. I be like, yeah, I know it is. Because I trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. I fast, I pray, and I live correctly. Right? I exercise here and there, get my sunlight. Right? Man, we apply the scriptures to our life. Therefore, Esau is not applied to our life, right? Man, and that's another lesson. Dang, when you read Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Esau, he can't stand against you. Now, if you serving Satan, then he gonna be all on your head, right? So let's keep it going. Verse 4, Yahawah have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Now, that's the point. These medicines, such as black seed oil, black cumin oil, soursop, right, duck flour, these type of things, they were created by who? Yahawah. All right, all things were created by Yahawashi via the power of Yahawah. Now, what did Esau do? He basically took this stuff and mixed it with stuff that's detrimental to your health, right? That's why Tylenol may give you a temporary treatment, and that's the thing. It's a difference between a treatment and a cure. We want to cure, not treat. We want to cure, right? So Tylenol may give you a temporary treatment, a temporary alleviation to relieve you of the pain just for a little bit, but it's eventually gonna come back. If you had a headache, what is a headache? You go into the origins, the base of a headache. What is it? It's inflammation in the brain. So what is that? Go to the beginning of that. That's sugar, that's starch, that's meat, that's dairy. Okay, so look at yourself. Going back to the point of what I said earlier. You blaming McDonald's because you fat. All right? No, bro. You got to look at yourself. You go there every single day. Okay? So you got to check yourself. All right? So you got that headache because you've been eating too much of these things. Sugar, dairy, starch. All right? And meats. That's why the scriptures say don't be unsatiable in the meats. Don't eat excess of the meats. Or you're going to have a headache. You're going to have problems down the line. Because your body, you're clogging your body up constantly. It takes your body 3 to 5 days to process meat, for meat to go through your intestines. Especially steak, heavy meats like steak, ribs, right? Especially if you don't chew properly. Like other meats like fish, easy meats that you chew up, chicken maybe. These meats will go through you easier, quicker, maybe like 2-3 days. But beef, buffalo, stuff like that, you constantly eating that, boy, that's going to be all in your intestines. And then if you don't have the right probiotics, you don't got the right acid in your stomach to break that down, it's going to be another problem for you. And that what eventually that creates what? Acid reflux. Because all these years you've been overdoing your stomach, eating all these meats. Now your body is reacting to you and is telling you, hey, bro, I can't break this down no more. So I'm about to shoot it back up. I'm shooting it back up the slot because I can't break it down. So therefore, you have to react and combat that. You want to be proactive and attack it early on by eating correctly, fasting and praying, and eating the proper things so that you won't have to deal with these issues later in life. But only a wise individual going to get that, right? So let's get a little bit more here, man. We're going to wrap it up. Okay? Black seed oil is an herbal ingredient derived from the tiny black seeds of a flowering plant called Nigella sativa. This plant grows in hot places like Eastern Europe, Northern Africa, and Southwestern Africa, right? And Northern Africa, basically, we was dealing with this stuff, okay? Because Israel is right there. Especially when we was in Egypt, we was most likely dealing with this. These seeds have been used in traditional medicines for thousands of years. But Esau said, but more research is needed to confirm these potential. Shut up, Esau. All right? These seeds have been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. For thousands of years. Before you came with your pharmaceutical companies. before you came with your weak ass education system. All right? In the 1920s. We know when you came on the scene, or before you came in the Renaissance, with all the dumb shit that you brought on this earth, man. Okay? We've been knowing how to heal ourselves. Fasting, you go back in the old days, fasting was always the number one treatment. Okay? Hey, you about to catch a cold? Fast. This coming fast. Stop eating. Let your body reset. Fast for a day or two. Let your body reset, bro. All right? What do you do when you used to play Super Nintendo? You know, hey, showing my age. But if brothers play Super Nintendo 64 or whatever, what would you do when the CD messed up? You would reset it. You would take the CD out, clean it, blow the dust. And it came out later on saying that it was bad that we was doing that. I think it was messing the game up. We don't know no better. We just taking the Super Nintendo thing. We taking it out. We blowing the cartridge. I remember that. Blowing the cartridge, sticking this dust and shit. All right. And then we'll put it in. We'll reset the game. Right? Reset. Clean out. Clean out. That's a natural human instinct that Esau has programmed you to be against. He don't want you to clean out your body. He wants you to continue to eat. Right? When fasting, boy, that's common. That's common, man. That should be common practice for everybody. Everybody should at least be fasting at least one day out of the month. One day out of the month, man. Okay? Yeah, for brothers that are more seasoned. Like I tell brothers all the time, bro, I fast. All right? You ain't got to fast like I fast. But if you want to get on that level, just start fasting once a week or once every 2 weeks. And then I promise you, the more you do it, you can go for 2 days. You can get to 3 days. You can get to 4 days and 5 days. All right. But on the third day, I begin to drink water. You know, I begin to drink spring water and then it'll continue. Right. But that's the more that you do it, you don't just start off and try to go 7 days, 5 days, 4 days, whatever it is. All right. You take your time, you know. But yeah, every brother should, you know, it's different though. But I suggest that you should be fasting at least once a week. You know, that right there, especially if you got health problems, man, that's going to help you. That's going to benefit you 100%. And you be like, nah, man, but I work out. I need my gains. Don't you know that fasting actually rebuilds muscle? When you fast, your muscles are getting rejuvenated. Your cells, you're getting old, dirty, unalive cells. You're getting them out of your body by poop, by waste. You're peeing those old cells out and new cells are being produced. So when you go back into the gym, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel rejuvenated. You go back to Dragon Ball Z. What they used to do when Goku got beat up, Vegeta got beat up, they used to put him in that little chamber and let them the rejuvenation chamber. They be in there and just water, breathing, healing back up. That's when Goku came back out and he was about to hit Super Saiyan after that when they was on Namek, right? So you have to repair. You got to repair. All right? So fasting is like a sensu bean, man. So let's keep it going. Let's get a little bit more of this, man. We're going to be done. All right. These seeds have been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. Preliminary evidence supports a few of its medicinal properties, primarily due to the seed's high content of antioxidants and other bioactive compounds. But once again, Esau talking about they need more research. But you telling me it's full of antioxidants, but you need more research. And other I'm not believing you, dude. When I hear bullshit, I got to say something, man. All right. Other common names for the black seeds from N sativa include black cumin, black caraway, and nigella. All right. And, you know, these other things that help psoriasis, acne, wound healing, all right, hair health and growth. Okay. And lungs, hearts, everything that is said it goes into, right? So that's pretty much it, man. It's a good thing for you. Read this one more time. Yahawah hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. The same thing how we was talking about earlier with stones. Okay, this amethyst. This is good for sleep. This is good for dreams. All right, if you do not dream, I promise you, you get an amethyst, you put this under your pillow, you will have a dream. All right, if you know, and really if you actually, let's talk about sleep, right? Because everything, let's get a precept. Let's get a scripture real quick. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. You have to apply this to your life, okay? When you are about to go to sleep, right? What I like to do, okay? When I come home, I wind down. I might actually have some wine. I wind down. So take a shower, take a bath. I'm getting in that relaxation state. I'm telling my body, hey, it's about time to go to sleep. I'm about to lay it down. Okay? Now, a habit I got is maybe going to play the video game or I watch a show or something like that. But sometimes I just actually be in that state of just like meditate, just relax, just chill out. All right? I might do a lesson and then I go to sleep after that lesson or something like that. You want to wind down. You want to tell your temple that you're shutting down. Okay? So always, let's get this. You want to get off your phone, and I'm going to bring this up on Google. All right. The blue light emitted by your cell phone screen restrains the production of melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle, aka circadian rhythm. This makes it even more difficult to fall asleep and wake up the next day. So these damn cell phones are destroying your sleep cycle. This is why you lay in the bed for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and you can't fall asleep. You need to get off this phone at least an hour before you get in the bed. That will be beneficial to you. Okay? Man, that's period. And trust me, I know that from experience, man. All right? Like, it says it right here. Pause and screen-related activities at least an hour before bedtime gives your brain a chance to wind down and signals to your body that it's time to sleep. What I just said, you got to tell your temple, hey, it's time to go to sleep. How we was talking about it earlier. You should take a little cold shower. You take a warm shower, then at the end of that warm shower, you turn it cold for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. You're shocking your body and you're waking yourself up. First thing I do when I wake up, of course I pray, and when I get up and go brush my teeth, I wash my face with cold water to shock my body to hey, I'm up, right? So you telling your temple, you awake, get up, it's time to get going, right? So that's what you want to get used to. But when you begin to go to sleep, you want to relax. You want to give your body warm temperature. All right. But it's actually, it's good to sleep in cold temperature. Let's get that. All right, there go the puzzle piece. All right. Right here. Sleeping in cold weather can be challenging, but with a few adjustments, you can maintain a comfortable and restful sleep. A cooler room temperature around 60 to 67 generally promotes better sleep, but excessively cold conditions can disrupt sleep. But it's good to sleep, around 68, 67, because it actually promotes higher metabolism, all right, and better sleep, So it's going back to that Vegeta Goku state of them being in the rejuvenation chamber, in that water, rejuvenating, right? It's good for you to sleep in cold temperatures. But these are some things, man, just a couple points. that I done came across health-wise, you know. So the key point, I want to get another scripture. Because we have to know Esau didn't teach us properly in these school systems. This is Exodus 23 and 13. No, that's not it. What is it? Circumspect. Circumspect. Well, I get wise. Let me see. Wise and Satan's devices. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now, one of his main devices is the education system and Big Pharma. These things that he used to push his agendas. So you have to be wise when you're going at these agendas. Understanding that what he taught us in these school systems is complete baloney, man. Okay? So you have to really, you're being retaught. That's going with reforming your mind. Let's get that. This is Leviticus 23 and 26 and 23. And if you will not be reformed by me, by these things, but will walk contrary unto me. So what are you doing? All right? Are you being reformed by Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? Or are you walking contrary to his word, to his ways? The laws, commandments, and statutes is there to help you, to better you, to grow you up. All right? Shabbat Shalawam. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham. To you and your household. So you have to pay attention to everything that's going on. And don't let him get you with these devices. So going back to it. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We went into the oils. He's getting an advantage of most of our people that's going to McDonald's, Burger King, etc., using those vegetable oils, those canola oils. He's getting an advantage of them by destroying their bodies with those type of oils. When we, on the other side, we're using avocado oil, grapeseed oil, palm oil to cook. We're not using vegetable oil, canola oil to cook. We know that olive oil is detrimental when you're using it in high temperatures. So it's good for you, yeah, 100%. But when you cook with it, it's bad for you. So that's us fixing that ignorance, which we was taught. Okay? So he's not getting an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices. We see his devices a mile off. Right? We can see what's going on. Let's get one more, and then I'm going to get up out of here. This is Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of power, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Esau, Edom. Now let's get wiles. And what is it? It means cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Okay? This man comes with a lot of cunning, clever ways to deceive you. He's crafting ways. He's using tricks. He's telling you one thing, but it does another. He's telling you one thing, but doing another. He does not actually care about you. Okay? Reparations, blah, blah, blah. No, bro. He's not going to allow you to live in this country side by side with him in peace. He hates you with a perpetual hatred. So therefore, it's going all the way down to the crops, the foods that he gives you. All right? This is why everything that is ordained by Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, we pray over it and receive it in thanksgiving. That's foods that are ordained. Not pork, not lobster, not crab. You can't pray over that stuff and that be proper with you. You can't pray over that stuff and that be good for you. Never. All right? Those foods were never ordained in Leviticus, the 11th chapter. All right? So that's right there is going back to not being ignorant. If you believe that ignorance is going to save you, like I was ignorant to this, then no, you're incorrect. This person, what's your name? Ruach Hakadash? That's ignorance. In that, now me as a good brother, as a kind brother, I'm going to tell you, it's Rakakadash. It's no U and no O and no E in the Hebrew. Okay? Now you can take that with how you want. You can go research it. You can go look it up. All right? You can look up Eleazar ben Yehuda, who added those vowels to our language. All right? And better yourself. But if you want to continue to be ignorant, then you can do that as well. That's not affecting my salvation, right? So, hey, man, with that being said, I'm going to give all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us his truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. I'll take any type of question right now for the next 10 minutes. And if it ain't no questions, then I'll wrap it up. All right. Ain't no questions. I'm going to count to 10. Shabbat Shalawam. Shabbat Shalawam. And we do have 2 Shabbats back to back. Okay? Sunday to Monday. That's tonight. And then Monday to Sunday. So we got 2 Shabbats back to back. And no questions, no questions. All right, so we're going to get up out of here. I already did the salute. So as always, Kwam Yasharahla. And a Bible ball to this wicked kingdom. May this bitch fall soon, man. Shalawam.